Hello, my friends. Thank you for being here today. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley, and this is going to be your reading for December 4th through December 10th here. Let's go ahead and get started. Right off the bat on December 4th on Monday, we have the Lovers card in reverse. So just be aware if you are in like a relationship or a partnership, you might experience some disharmony, discontent. This card is more than just about like your relationships though. This could also be you kind of feeling disconnected from the stuff that makes you, feel passionate, the stuff that ignites your, I guess your love for the things around you. Moving on to Tuesday, the 5th, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So yeah, kind of moving into that feeling of, mental confusion here. The Ace of Swords, swords are your mental energy, your thoughts, your clarity of mind. And so with the Ace of Swords in reverse, this is you feeling unclear, feeling like you maybe don't have a proper direction, or like you're stalling on starting an idea, this could be, starting a new business. This could be your mind trying to think about, a plan or, a way to go about things, and not really having a clear picture of what to expect or a clear idea of where it is that you're going. So the Ace of Swords on Tuesday, try to, take some time and maybe journal to get clarity of mind. All right, moving on to Wednesday here, we have the Hierophant. All right, so especially coming after that Ace of Swords on Tuesday, the Hierophant is kind of like a good, or in my opinion, it's a good move forward. We move on from that mental confusion and lack of clarity. The Hierophant's a little bit more, not just conservative, but like the Hierophant is someone who has like a very, very clear path, a very clear hierarchy, the way that things are done. This is someone who has a very good handle on the progression of things and the way that things are moving. And so with the Hierophant here, this is you getting a handle on those things. The Hierophant is related to, if I'm remembering correctly, it's related to Taurus. This is the Taurus. So you're really settling into that earth sign energy of hard work, perseverance. The Hierophant is also represented as like a higher being. Not like a higher being, but someone in like a higher position of power. This is a person who is like at the top of the food chain and helps, initiates, into their place, settled into the hierarchy. So the Hierophant here is you kind of, getting everything put back together the way that you, in your brain that you're trying to do. Getting a clear handle and a clear path forward from that Ace of Swords on Tuesday. Moving on to Thursday, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this, to me, since we're moving on from, mental energy and being able to put stuff in what we are perceiving as a proper order for yourself, the Queen of Cups is here to remind you that your emotions and that your mental health is important too. So when we end up, with this one-pointed focus and this, drive to do things in one way, sometimes we can end up in this place of emotional neglect. The Queen of Cups in reverse here is a card that, in the upright here, the Queen of Cups is someone who is not only in touch with their emotions, but someone who properly nurtures their emotions and someone who really understands where their emotions come from and how to allow them to flow properly. I mean, this is, like deep in space. So this is, a deep emotional feeling. But since the card showed up in the reverse here, we're kind of not seeing the full actualization of this, the full potential of what the Queen of Cups in the upright looks like. We're seeing, this kind of stunted emotional growth. Maybe you end up pushing too hard in one direction with your career. You put too much of a focus on getting things done, meeting deadlines. And so something like this is here to remind you that, you know, your emotions are an important part of all of this. And if you're not nurturing all aspects of yourself in a proper balance, you can end up, you know, with neglect, essentially. All right, end of the week, we move on to Friday. Ooh, excuse me. Love to see this Six of Pentacles here after that confusion. And actually we have a representation here of earth with pentacles, water with cups, and air with swords. So with the Six of Pentacles here, we're starting to see that balance brought into play. You know, you started your week off with this confusion, putting a plan into place, you know, becoming aware of where you maybe are emotionally neglecting yourself. And Friday here is the application, I should say, the application of this this balance that you're seeking. The Six of Pentacles here, pentacles are earth energy, and so this is a very grounded, very you know, balanced. She's got this rainbow of pentacles above her head, and so this person here is, you know, very, very balanced. Someone who is juggling all aspects of their life while also staying grounded without getting stuck in, you know, one place or another. And so, Six of Pentacles on Friday, I feel like is you putting in the application of the lessons that you learned from earlier on in the week of, you know, balancing your emotions, making sure that you're not putting too much energy into one part of your life without, you know, neglecting other pieces. So that's what I feel like that Six of Pentacles is for you, Friday. Moving on to Saturday, we have the Fool in reverse. So I feel like after we get to this point of balance, this almost feels like we're kind of jumping ahead too fast. You know, we get this place where we think we're balanced, we're ready, we have, you know, all the tools in place, but this to me feels like a false start. This feels like, you know, either being afraid to take the first step or afraid to make the jump after having all these things. You know, once you have a plan in place, the next step is to just go, you know, just to start going. And so I feel like the Fool is, you know, either hesitation or like a false start where you think you're ready and then you realize that maybe there's some other things that you're missing. So just be aware of that for Saturday, to not, you know, not jump ahead, you know, don't put the cart before the horse kind of thing. Don't jump ahead before you're ready. And lastly, on Sunday, we have the Death card. Okay, this progression this week is really interesting to me because the Death card here is an acknowledgement of an ending. This is you coming to terms with, you know, your grief or something that you are handling. This is you accepting an end of one path and allowing another one to move forward. So I feel like with the Death card at the end of this week, we go through this week is really interesting because we go through this, you know, emotional progression throughout the week of, you know, coming to terms with our plans, you know, understanding the balance that we need to achieve these things, and then maybe kind of, you know, taking some weird steps where it doesn't necessarily feel like we're getting the start or the motivation that we want. So some of you, after putting this plan or these ideas into place, you might actually experience that, you know, what you had in mind or these plans, these things that you were moving towards, you might come to realize that they maybe aren't exactly what you want. And so you decide to, you know, lay these things to rest and to move on, to not focus on forcing things through when they're not ready. So this is, you know, coming to terms with and allowing things to kind of lie where they are without, you know, forcing them to be something before they're ready. So I really feel like I need to pull another card here. We did our 7 cards for the week, but I'm kind of feeling like I need to pull one more card for like the overarching week here. Crap. If I could shuffle, that'd be great. Okay. So I had 2 cards here. We have the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this is really interesting to me. So the Emperor is typically is kind of more of a dominating masculine energy that we see here. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which is kind of more of this feminine energy. So having one of your cards being more like a strong, overbearing masculine energy with a reverse feminine energy, I feel like there's definitely a misbalance here of where your energy is currently going. You know, if you sit here and you put too much pressure in one direction, you put a lot of emphasis on, you know, trying to force things through to get them done through sheer willpower and domination alone, you can kind of end up neglecting your nurturing energy. You know, the Nine of Pentacles in the upright here is a actualization. This is your harvest, your completion of something good here. The Nine of Pentacles is, you know, abundance. It's this energy being available to you and, you know, getting this harvest and understanding that your, you know, nurture and your ability to follow through with your motivations and your ideas, your ability to nurture the things in your life to reach this potential. And so I feel like your dominating energy here, your reaching for control, really like holding on to, I feel like this is really you holding on too tightly to trying to do things this particular way. And by holding on and trying to, you know, dominate this path and try to force the outcome that it is that you want, you're actually kind of more hurting yourself in the long run. You're not, you know, that nurturing energy is gone. And so, you know, if you end up like forcing something too much, you're going to actually end up suffocating it. You're not going to be, you know, properly nurturing it. There's a lot of steps that you have to take in order to, you know, see something properly cared for, and forcing too much will end up, you know, hurting your returns in the long run. It's kind of what I'm feeling here with this week. So anyway, yeah, just a nice quick little reading for the first week of December here. Thanks for being here at the channel today, you guys, and have a good day.